Today we're going to review Analogue Productions' release of Jethro Tull's second album, Stand Up, remastered by Kevin Gray.
Jethro Tull released their second album, Stand Up, in 1969 after the departure of Mick Abrahams for musical disagreements with Ian Anderson. He went on to form Bloodwind Pig, and the latter took over the band. The year before, they had been a popular act in the London scene after releasing the blues-influenced work This Was, and introducing the flute as a rock instrument, imitating, or rather copying, the style of jazz artist Roland Kirk. Most of the tracks from their second album had been composed by Ian Anderson himself the summer before, with dark influences ranging from Charlie Parker to Jimi Hendrix. The popular Bourrée, of course, being derived from Bach's piece in E minor. This was the only song recorded in Olympic Studios in London, whereas the rest of the album was done at the then popular Morgan Studios. Tony Iommi replaced Abrahams for a short stint, including a performance in the Rolling Stones' Rock and Roll Circus, but he didn't fit in the band and was later to become Black Sabbath's main reference. Martin Barre got the job for good. The cover was designed by American artist James Garshow, whom they had met while performing in New Haven. The album went straight to number 1 in the UK charts, in a year which had seen, to name a few, the release of the Israeli Gears, In the Court of the Crimson King, Led Zeppelin 1 and 2, Blind Faith, Pink Floyd's More, and the Beatles' Abbey Road. Not bad.
Well, the first thing we have to say about this reissue is that it is a quality product. It's worth every penny you spend on it. It comes with a hype sticker stating that this vinyl pressing is high quality, 180 grams, right? And it is really heavy when you hold it. You take it out and you're absolutely shocked. Right? This is so shiny and so glossy, and the cardboard is so thick. You see even the gimmick inside, this pop-up thing, it just holds there, right? It's amazing. It's going to outlive you, I can tell you that. It's a 2 LP album because they cut it at 45 RPM, right? Which is always a good thing, right? Because the grooves have more space, right? And they chose, I don't know why, they chose the green and red chrysalis label instead of the original pink Island one. Well, I don't really like it, but it's not a big deal. I mean, you get used to it. I've got other pressings with the same label. The sound is fantastic. It is got quite hot. And the sound goes off the wall. The separation is amazing. The details, I mean, every instrument in here is just so present, right? That you're listening to the whole thing in awe, right? Compared to other pressings, well, I like the rocking numbers here more than in any other pressing, because the bass and the drums are great, and the separation is fantastic, right? My only quibble, I mean, to say something, right, is that Ian Anderson's voice here is, to me, a little bit recessed, obviously in my ear, right, and to my ears, right? And other presents I have a more natural, more present voice, but the whole atmosphere, I mean, more than makes up for it, right? I wanted to show you as well a 1977 reissue, UK reissue, right? Remastered by George Beckham, right? Borky, which has been my go-to copy for decades, right? I really love this copy. It sounds very natural, right? And the voice is very natural as well, and the instruments are really clear, right? It was released in 1977, right, on the blue and white Chrysalis label, right? Now, when I compare the two, I mean, I realize this item is just, it's a different league. You can't make this kind of comparisons. This is audiophile style, right? And this is just, well, it's a well-done record. It's a well-recorded record, and it sounds really good. But, I mean, you can't really measure them up, right? But if money is an issue, this is, for some reason, an inexpensive copy, and it will make you happy. You can have it as a go-to, and leave the Analogue productions for special occasions, right? I can recommend you very sincerely to buy this before it goes out of print, because I'm sure this is going to command really high prices when it is out of stock, right? So that's basically all I've got to say about it. So just don't hesitate, go for it, and while you're at that, give the Borky a chance, right? You might be surprised as well, right? And thankfully, they are so much better than the first pressings I had when I was a teenager. I'm going to show you this 1982 Spanish reissue, right, which doesn't even have the pop-up thing, and the sound is so dark and it's so unclear, and the voice can hardly be heard. It's just I mean, it's just like as if Ian Anderson was singing from Nepal. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please subscribe, click the like thing. I mean, it's free, right? I'll be coming back with more vinyl reviews. Bye for now. Take care.